Because when seconds count, police are minutes away. Welcome to Sweet Home California. My name is Jennifer. In the introduction of Joe Biden, before he announced his further restrictions on guns yesterday, the young woman who survived a 2019 gun attack at her school mentioned that Biden was a leader who did more than just offer thoughts and prayers to those affected by gun violence. His decision to ban so-called ghost guns by executive fiat regulation came as a knee-jerk reaction to the Sacramento shooting the first week of April, though such guns have long been a target. But the guns in the Sacramento shooting were not ghost guns. At least they haven't been reported to be. According to the information released, at least one was an illegally modified handgun that shot on full auto, meaning that with one trigger pull, the entire magazine would be emptied within a few seconds. Not even the Army uses full auto on their rifles anymore, due to the waste and inaccuracy of using them, and the Army has never had full auto handguns. Oh, and all three of those arrested in the tragedy in Sacramento were prohibited from possessing a gun by existing laws in any case. Now we have another tragedy in New York, a state with perhaps even stricter gun control laws than California, if that's possible. It's still too early to know everything about this, but reports say that 16 were injured, including 10 shot, with 5 in critical but stable condition. The other 6 were apparently injuries from trying to escape the onslaught. Thankfully, none of the injuries are thought to be life-threatening. No subway security cameras were operable, though, but a bystander was able to give an image to police from their cell phone video. And according to witnesses, the suspect is black, about 5'5", wearing a green reflective vest. He donned a gas mask before releasing gas canisters into a subway car and fired into the crowd with a handgun, using 3 illegal extended round magazines, which were left behind at the scene along with the handgun. One of the magazines jammed, which is believed to have saved lives. He left the subway car, but it is not known if he went into the tunnel or out to the street level, again because the subway cameras were inoperable. As of this recording, he is still loose, and area schools are on lockdown. Though a handgun was left at the scene, he may still be armed. Also left behind were additional smoke devices and a bag of commercial-grade fireworks. Do not approach this person if you happen to see him, but report it. This event is certainly a tragedy, and hopefully all of the victims are able to make full recoveries. But the fact that the 2 latest mass shootings happened in states with some of the strictest gun control in the country belies the narrative that more gun control is the answer. The motive in each of these shootings is still unknown, but law enforcement's best guess for Sacramento is that it was a gang-related feud. And in New York, due to witnesses saying that he was mumbling to himself before putting on the gas mask, it is at best a mental problem and at worst potentially a planned terrorist attack. Again, it's too soon to tell, and the suspect in New York is still on the loose. America has more guns than people, and until very recent history, mass shootings were not a thing. We have had a Second Amendment for a reason, and unlike Biden's assertion in his speech, it's not for hunting and it's not for recreation. To impose more limits will hinder only the law-abiding. By definition, the law-breaker will find a way. And by the way, murder is already illegal. What would have happened if one of those subway riders had a concealed carry permit? At those numerous school shootings where even concealed carry permit holders are not allowed to carry, what would happen if they were? With the Georgia governor's signature, America now has 25 states that allow for constitutional carry of handguns, that allow people not prohibited from owning a gun to carry without a special license. Background checks are still required to purchase a handgun. So I guess we need to do a deep dive into the crime statistics in these states and see what the evidence shows. But as for what the solution is for criminals being criminals, I don't know. But it isn't gun control, unless by gun control you mean a lawful person defending the innocent with good aim. Instead, we need to focus on punishing and rehabilitating those that are criminals and change our social services policies to reduce the amount of new criminals by ensuring fathers are in the house with the kids, or at least involved. Of course, if the father is already in jail, that is a problem. And this is not an overnight solution. But one thing prison statistics tell us is that the vast majority of inmates come from father absent households. Another root cause of crime, I believe, is the modern concept of relative truth, which is so popular with the left. They teach there is no universal right and wrong. People are celebrated that speak their own truth. Biblical morality is not only no longer taught, but it is openly mocked. And of course, society's acceptance of abortion and euthanasia does nothing to improve the high regard that all life should be held in. Society now accepts that the weakest among us can be disposed of for our own convenience. And isn't that what the murderer does? Guns are not the problem, people are. And until we address the heart of the problem, it will only get worse. I'll have some link in the descriptions for further information. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for watching. God bless, and pray for God to heal our land.